Man, this is a gorgeous fish right here. He's so pretty. Wow.
Hello everyone, welcome to another episode. I'm super excited for this one because me and my dad went down to the Smoky Mountains and we also fished Hatchery Creek coming out of Cumberland Lake. As long as I can remember, my father and I have always shared good memories trout fishing with each other. They're some of the most cherished memories in our relationship. And it was really nice just to meet up with him and go down to some of our favorite places in the country to fish and just share some good father and son time. Now the fishing wasn't the best that we've ever seen it. I believe that a lot of the stocking has been messed up due to the pandemic that has been going through the country, but nevertheless we still had an awesome time. So in this video I'm just going to show you some of the clips from that trip and I hope you all enjoy it. At the end of this video I'm going to be showing you how to tie the fly that is the most productive fly in my opinion for trout fishing. I've caught my personal best on this fly and I've probably caught the second and the third largest trout of my life on this particular fly. It's very easy to tie, it's very durable, and it works every single day that you go out there and fish for trout. So thank you all for watching again, and I will say it, I guess, I've never said it before, but hit that bell if you do like my videos and you'll stay up to date on my future uploads, and just enjoy the video. Thank you so much.
Get out our tremendously bad waders. Terry, you want to wear these? I'm going back to the old dogwoods today.
I was gonna say them leaves, buddy.
Even with felt, I think I'm going this way. Got one. First trout of the trip. Oh, it's a nice one too. Nothing crazy, but still a good fish. Come on, baby. Come here. Got him. And the hook just popped out. Woo! Okay, everyone, we are out here in Cherokee, North Carolina. My dad's a little ways down the stream. I actually don't have eyes on him right now, so he don't know that I caught this fish, but I just pulled him out on one of my hand-tied flies. This is an imitation of a mop fly. I put my own little spin on it, a few different things on it, but that's what he took. And let's go ahead and show you the fish. Beautiful mountain trout right here. He's about to get away from me. He just got away from me. Well, it's all good. You saw him for a split second. He was maybe a 17, 18 inch trout. Nice fish. First trout of the year. Well, since the spring for me. At least we caught some. Right. How many did you get? 3?
Yeah.
I got 1. I got mine right there. That rock where you were standing on yesterday, a little bit down from it. But he came in close, like in that eddy area.
That's where all mine were the same way.
Yeah.
That's why I kept fishing that, because of what you read.
Yeah. Oh, one was just after mine. Little one, like maybe 10 inches. Got him. Oh, there's a big one down there next to him. There's a 20-incher down there. Really? Oh, yeah. Still see him. Here, come over here. He's a big one. Big old melon head. See where this big clump of moss is?
Yeah.
Right where it turns into stone, you can see his black head. See him?
Yeah, I see him.
there was a big one right with him. My dad's trying to work on him right now. This is maybe like a 10-inch little rainbow. Try to get him unhooked and put him back. There we go. Try to get it right in that secondary one where it's a little slower. Let it sink. You're not deep enough. Keep going. There you go. Now you're in the good stuff. See how it's going slower? Oh! Nice one. Yeah, buddy. Alrighty, we're back here at the steps right now. See if I can get him. Ah! Not a giant, but a nice little fish. We'll go ahead and get the hook out and let him go. That's a good sign. All right, everybody. There's the first one of the morning. Pops was right there trying to get him his first one, but I just caught maybe a 13, 14-inch rainbow. Nothing crazy, but he choked on that little fly. Let him go. Got one. There's a nice one. Not a mondo, but he's a pretty rainbow trout in a pretty environment, so we're gonna get him in. I gotta go down here to where the water's a little calmer. Come on into my fish pond net. There we go. Everyone, there's the second one of the day. Gentle in the slack water, or not. There she goes. Stay in that slack water, baby. Yeah, there she goes. That fish will just sit there right in that slack water. Trout are very current smart. He'll find some slack water and chill out till he gets enough energy back in him. There he is. There's another one. Oh, he jumped off. Hopefully that GoPro caught that jump because he came skyrocketing out of that water. Sometimes you'd rather lose him just to see him jump like that than actually get him in. I mean, I got the most fun out of that thing as it could give me. I'd rather him just take a little bit less stress off himself and jump off and give me a good show, and we're all happy. That's two. That's at least 2 fish we've hooked out of here. There he is. There's another one. That's 3 out of this pool. Oh yeah, absolutely pretty. There he goes. He's gone. All right, so that's 3 fish out of this spot. Let's see if we can get another one. Oh, I just had a bite. They're still in there. Oh my goodness. Woo. What we got? No, he bit it, dude. Oh no, no. Got it. 18-inch rainbow, I'd say, 17 and a half. Just started fishing the step downs. We're gonna let him go now. There you go, buddy. It's funny because I was sitting right there and I cast it over top of where I just caught that fish, but I didn't catch him when I was right on top of him. It took me to walk downstream of him and cast up to it, and that's when he bit. So just always keep that in mind. It's always about the angles, and that's for any type of fishing, honestly. All right, Dad just got his first one of the day. Gonna go in for the landing. Bring him up, bring him up. Got him. Not a big one, but tons of fun.
All right, welcome back, everyone. I hope you enjoyed some of those fish catches. I think we were just a little bit too early for like those really big fish to show up because they typically start showing up in November and they spawn through January. But don't worry, we will be back down in the future this winter, and we will be getting some big ones. In this segment, I'm going to be showing you one of my most productive flies. I've caught my personal best trout on it. It's very controversial. Some people do not like to fish it because they think it's like a junk fly, or maybe perhaps it's cheating. but it's still artificial in my book. And whatever catches fish that's artificial, that's what I'm gonna use. I do not care what it looks like. You know, until it gets banned from fishing, I'm gonna use it. So you might have already guessed, the fly we're gonna be tying today is the mop fly. They're super easy to tie. A lot of people just tie on this mop fiber. If you're wondering what dubbing is, it's this little material that you put to create a thorax. Also use a Vivis tinsel in pearl. This is the large. And you also need your bead and your hook, plus a vise, obviously. The one I chose to use for this video is a nymph hook in the size 12. And then the bead I'm using is a tungsten bead. This is a black mat and a 5/32. All right, so I'm just gonna start a base of thread right there. A couple wraps with this thicker thread will get you there. And you can kind of test it out. See, that's not locked up, so we're just gonna keep going a little bit. Keep going. All right, now that is locked on. Counterclockwise spin will make sure your thread lays flat. This will give you a nice even taper as you work down the hook shank. Okay, the next step is going to be using the Vivis large pearl. And you don't need too much of this, but you need a decent section. I normally shoot for around 8 to 10 inches of this pearl tinsel. Better to have a little bit more than not enough. Do a couple loose wraps right here towards the end of the hook. I'm gonna wrap this tinsel in the opposite direction that your thread is going. So my thread's going clockwise, I'm gonna wrap this tinsel counterclockwise. Now I will wrap this tinsel counterclockwise. And I have a section overlapping the previous wrap, but it's not completely overlapping. And just pay attention real closely because you want this to be nice and uniformed. That's gonna be the best fly. The more uniform, the best fly it is. So what I'll do is I'll lay this tinsel down and I'll bring the thread behind the last wrap. This will secure it in real nice. And that is the first step to making this thing flash. I prefer just to buy them like this off Amazon. I mean, I know they're making their money, but it's still a lot cheaper than going into the store and paying like $2 to $4 for these flies. Do a couple loose wraps just to get them on there. And you want your fly to lay on top of the hook, okay? And then after this, I will push it up a little more. Now, I'm doing this because this is an effort to keep this fly laying straight on the hook. A few more wraps to secure that in there. Okay. Okay, this is a perfect time to tie in that tinsel wing case that we talked about. And you want to tie this in midway through the thorax. Just do a couple loose wraps to get that secured in there. It's just some silver dubbing. And we put this on the fly by rubbing it around the thread like this. I'm just going to wrap this around. Make sure to not leave any gaps. You kind of want that tapered look still. Okay, we're wrapping it. Wrapping it, and I'll just make a few wraps right behind that bead just to secure it all and lock it in with a few wraps. I got my whip finishing tool, about 4 or 5 turns. And that is your finished fly. You have some good flash underneath the hook right there. You also have your wing case. I left a little bit of a tag end out there, but I've also been reaching my hand around the camcorder to do this, and I found that just adding some of that tinsel and the dubbing really helps get some bites, and I have no doubt that this fly can catch a nice fish. The rod that I chose is a Orvis Clearwater 3-weight 10-foot, and this is specifically designed for European nymphing. It would work great for streamer fishing, light streamers, and I've caught some fish on light streamers with this rod. It would work good for indicator fishing as well, but that long length of the rod being 10 foot will help you present those flies on a tight line further out. Thank you all again for watching. I do appreciate your support. Be sure to like the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you're not, and I will see you all in the next upload. Thank you so much.